Most people think you need tens of thousands of dollars to make real money in DeFi, and they think passive income is only for the whales, and that is not true. It really just comes down to mathematics. So in this video, guys, I'm going to show you if you can really make money with $5,000 and what it takes to start a DeFi pool itself. Now, again, this is an example. It's actually a case study as well. I can show you as well. But this is a $5,000 portfolio that prints daily cash. And again, what you have to understand about whatever portfolio you have, it's not really about the number. It's about if you can make a portfolio with $5,000, make $500, you can make a portfolio with $50,000, make $5,000 a month. And if you can make a portfolio with 5,000 and 50,000, a portfolio with $500,000, 500K, and you get 10%, you can make that portfolio hit, believe it or not, $50,000 per month. But again, I'm going to show you how to do this in a super simple way. So again, our goal here, in my opinion, is if we're wanting strong blue assets and $500 a month, which comes out to about 10%. Okay, that is the goal I'm setting for this video. You could go a little bit more riskier and print 20%. You could go a little bit more safe and print 5%. But in this video, we're going for, blue basics, 10% per month. Because again, if you can make 10% of 5K a month, once you scale up a 500K portfolio, 10% is still 10%. So this would be 50K per month. And believe it or not, that is possible. We have some other guys in our skill group doing over 6 figures per month on the $1 million portfolios. But again, some guys aren't starting with that portfolio. You have to start up, go through bull cycles, do well at your income, business, etc., and eventually scale up towards that kind of money. Now, the beauty of DeFi is it scales with you. So again, if you have a 5K portfolio and you have Bitcoin, Sui, Solana, XRP, Render, Ethereum, doesn't really matter. Most coins you can monetize in today's age if they have DeFi income, and you can check that out on VFAT, you can check that out on DeFi Llama. And again, your goal is 10% per month in liquidity pools. That would be $500 a month in fees. And again, you can compound this back into, get more rewards, etc. You have a 50K portfolio, it's the same maths, e.g. you're getting 5K a month. And again, if you have the big boy portfolios at 500K, believe it or not, that's 50K, because it really just is mathematics. And once you can understand how to do this, it completely changes the game. So what I want to talk about is I want you to think long-term when you do DeFi pools, okay? I want you to treat this as a business and scale up month over month. This is not a casino, because most people think 5K is not enough for it to make any significant value in a DeFi liquidity pool. But if you can start a 5K pool and make $500 a month and 10%, well, then you have 5.5K the next month, okay? And then you have $6,050, okay, because you compounded that again, and then you're making, $550. Then you have $605 of $6,005. Hopefully this is making sense, mathematics. And then you have $6,655. I've got my little calculator here because I can never remember the numbers. A month down the line, 4, 5, 6 months, if you keep compounding, especially every single day, and your assets are even just staying the same, let alone going up, you'll be at a 10K portfolio, by 5, 6 months, maybe even less if the assets go well in this bull market. And then you're making $500 per month, goes to $1,000 per month. And then you start getting to the 20K portfolio, and now you're making $2,000 per month. That is a difference, because a lot of people, again, think DeFi is not for everybody, okay? You don't need Wall Street background in DeFi, okay? You don't need millions of dollars in startup. It'd be nice if you had that, because it'd make the game way more easier. But that just reality is, whatever portfolio you have, you can start a pool with, believe it or not, $20, $10 each way in an asset. Although you're not going to make very much any money. So again, if you have $20, really get to work in your portfolio itself. And again, you don't need permission for anybody. You can just click a button. It's not like real estate where you have to go to a tenant, you have to go to a lawyer, you have to sign paperwork, you have to approve the tenant, maybe if he's got a dog or he's a bad tenant. Like it's a click of a button if you've got a cryptocurrency portfolio. And you can get in the game, like I said, with a click of the button. You become the house, you become the exchange, you become a Coinbase, okay? And again, if I just go on VFAT and I just give you some examples here, let's just say we want, an APR minimum of 80 and a maximum of 180, for example, which would hit our 10% per month goals. You can see we're spoiled with opportunity. We've got a USDT Ethereum one here, which is, again, doing 30% width, which is super, super wide. You've got an AVAX USDC one here. It's only 6%. I would maybe avoid that. But again, there's so many opportunities here. And if you want to be super specific, just type in your coin. For example, if I just type in, ETH, and that's not wrapped Ethereum, but we will see some wrapped Ethereum. You can see Ethereum and another coin here, 1% range, ignore that one. And you can see so many opportunities, Ethereum, Bitcoin, just 22% range. Again, there's so many opportunities. I can talk about this all day, but what you want to have after that is we actually posted this, Parker, way back in March, DeFi Essentials, okay? So you want to have a spreadsheet. We actually give all our guys a custom spreadsheet, but it's just a Google Doc, so you can see your portfolio starting to compound. It's nice to have that. And you can use Nord VPN. Again, no sponsor towards Nord if you want to use VPNs, etc., which is nice. You can also use CoinTracker for your taxis, etc. And most of your exchanges, your Coinbases, etc. Your hot wallets, I would recommend Rabi and MetaMask for VFAT. Your cold wallets, Ledger, Trezor, Tangent, And again, there's so many different DeFi opportunities like Turbo Finance, Cirrus, Shadow, Aerodrome, Orica, Uniswap, and VFAT that we just went over. You can also do stuff for lending, there's leverage farming. Again, keep in mind, some of these will be available on multiple chains with different TVL. Volume APR on exchange, for example, wrapped Ethereum or USDC positions can be open on Ethereum, Base, Arbitrum. Again, the sky is your limit with cryptocurrency. There's millions and millions of different coins, and there's tens of 20s or 30 of different changes, okay? So you get to decide how you want to play this game, and that's the beautiful thing about cryptocurrency and DeFi. It's permissionless. You decide how you want to play it, and if you don't like the pool or the coin anymore, a click of a button and you're gone. If you're in real estate and you don't like the house anymore, or you don't like your tenant, it can sometimes take 6 months and a lot of fees just to get the guy out, and he might trash the property. That's the difference. So hopefully this was valuable, and hopefully this gives you some motivation on how you can start a portfolio to make $500 a month with $5,000 in your capital. Again, to get beyond that, you just have to put the work in. You just have to scale this. It's good if you have income to funnel this into this, but if you don't, you just have to stay in the game, manage posts correctly, and you can get to 10K portfolio, 20K portfolio, where you're making 2 to 3K per month. And hopefully you'll be able to replace your job pretty much soon after that. That's all I got. Peace and take care. Drop your comments below if you are doing DeFi, and I'll see you in the next video.